Hi, my name is Amanda Riffey, and I am a professional leadership and wellness coach, specifically for busy women just like me who are ready to step into creating the life that they were truly meant to live. So, the women that I work with are really passionate about their personal growth and know that they have the ability to create their own dreams without having to sacrifice all of the things that are really important to us, like our family, our friends, right? All of those are values, right? All of those things. Um, and we know that it's scary to do that, but we're here and we're showing up and we're taking the next right step every single day to become that better version of ourselves. And so I'm really excited to be able to walk you through meeting your future self today. And I love this exercise because it takes out the overwhelm of that daunting age-old question of where do you see yourself in 10 years? That can be a very difficult question to answer. And what I love about Future Self is that it actually helps you get to kind of that same conclusion, but in a safe place that really takes the pressure off, and gives you a peek into what you really do envision for yourself years from now. And it does that in a really pressure-free way. So we're going to jump into that. But before we do, a few things that I want to make sure that you have ready to go before we get started. So the first thing I want to let you know is that this exercise is something that you can come back to time and time again. So you're going to go through this today, probably for the very first time. But this is something that, down the road, if you feel stuck or you're not sure what the next step is that you want to take, and you're just feeling overwhelmed, come back to this video. This is something you can continue to do in all different phases of your life. The next tip that I have for you is to make sure that you're able to be in a quiet space free of distractions. I know that can be hard. That can definitely be difficult, but try to carve out just this next 20 minutes or so for you. This is making an investment in yourself. So go in a room, lock the door, just be able to make sure that you can find stillness, find quiet, so that you can really get into that good reflection zone. Next, I would say find a comfortable seat. So that could be even laying down if that is more conducive to you and your body, but just something that you can do again to feel aligned and find stillness so that you're not all like fidgety and trying to fix things while you're doing this exercise. So you want to find a comfortable seat or laying down where you can find stillness for the next 20 minutes. Grab a pen and a piece of paper, or better yet, your journal, because there's definitely going to be things that you're going to want to write down so that you don't forget. Pro tip, hold all of that until the very end of the exercise. I will actually give you space at the end of this video to jot down your notes and write down anything that you want to take away from this exercise. If you try to do it while you're doing the exercise at the same time, you're going to be in and out of focus, and chances are you'll miss something, right? And it's more of that multitasking feeling that takes you just that much longer to get back into where you were. So save it to the end, but have your pen and paper ready to go. And then finally, I am going to, as your coach, hold space and silence for you throughout this video. So as I ask a question, I really want you to reflect on what that means to you, and you can't reflect if I'm talking. So I will be quiet. I will hold silence for you. You'll have your eyes closed. So just trust the process, trust the exercise. No need to open your eyes or peek at the video to make sure it's still playing or that it didn't stop. I promise you, I'm still here with you. I just want to hold that space so that you can, again, get the most out of this time for yourself. Okay, so pause this video now if you need to get any of those things ready, and then come back, press play, and we will jump in to meeting your future self. In the meantime, I'm going to actually turn my camera off so that, again, you're not tempted to peek at me throughout the video. You're not missing anything. My voice will guide you as we go throughout. Okay. So once you feel ready, I invite you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, maybe one more time if that felt good. Stretch, get all the fidgety stuff out. Feel the connection of your body to the ground, and feel the earth beneath you. Find stillness. Now imagine that a hot air balloon has just landed softly right next to you. You get up and you gracefully step into the basket. In that basket, you see a lever that allows you to move 10 years into the future. Of course, you're curious, so you pull the lever and the hot air balloon gently begins to rise. It goes up into the sky, and you see everything around you. You really take it in. The clouds, the birds, the view. And the hot air balloon continues moving up until it begins to change directions. You're now 10 years in the future, and the hot air balloon begins to glide back down. Until it gently lands in front of the home where your future self lives. As you step out of the basket, notice what's around you. What do you see? As you walk slowly toward the front door, notice what color the door is. You gently knock on the door the door opens, and your future self is so happy to see you. And you look good. Your future self welcomes you. Come in. I'm so excited you're here. Notice what their home feels like. Notice the type of clothing your future self is wearing. Your future self invites you to sit down and asks you how you're doing. Go ahead and tell your future self that now. You have an opportunity to ask your future self some questions. And you say to your future self, "It looks like you're doing amazing. What is a typical day like for you now?" And your future self answers. Ask your future self, "What's the biggest challenge I'm going to have to face to get to where you are?" Ask, "What is the biggest thing I need to learn?" Ask your future self, "What am I doing well right now? What should I keep doing?" What do I need to improve? Ask your future self, "What message do you have for me?" ask, is there a fun name or nickname I could call my future self? Now go ahead and ask your future self any question you want. Your future self thanks you for the visit and invites you back anytime you want. You stand up, and your future self walks you back to the door, and you say goodbye. You go out, and you see your hot air balloon waiting for you. You step inside and pull the lever back. The balloon glides back up until you've reached the top again. And it begins to slowly come back down and lands softly back in this room. Feel your body back on the earth. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath. And open your eyes. Pause the video now and give yourself an opportunity to take a few minutes to write down your notes. Okay, now that you've jotted down your notes, notice how you feel. What stood out to you about that exercise? In the notes section for this video down below, you'll find some additional journaling prompts that you can use to continue your reflection and your learning on this exercise. So for example, what has your future self learned that you have yet to learn? What hopes and dreams does your future self have for you? What can you do today that your future self will thank you for? These are really important reflection points to go deeper into your learning, but it is going to take a little bit more time. So these work excellent as journaling prompts for you to do some free writing on. Next, I want you to think of a way that you can remind yourself of this exercise when you feel overwhelmed or you feel stuck. What's something that you can do or look at to bring you right back to this moment with this amazing conversation with your future self? So it might be a small physical item that you can actually place somewhere that you will see it often, right? And then every time you look at that piece, it symbolizes that future self and it reminds you of how you feel right now. It might be a song, and anytime that song comes on or you play that song, it's going to bring you right back to this moment. or maybe just some other type of reminder. For me, I have a Post-it right here on my computer, and it says, how would my future self show up today? So when I'm not feeling as motivated, or I'm feeling overwhelmed, or can I really do this? I look at that reminder and I say, yeah, how would my future self show up today? And that leads me to my last point. Nothing is actually stopping you from showing up as your future self right now. Just give it a try. What if you started showing up as that person every day, even before you've made some of those things a reality? What might be different about your life right now? What might be even more amazing? Kudos to you for going through this exercise and investing in yourself and opening yourself up to a life that you might not have even thought was possible even 20 minutes ago before going through this conversation with your future self. And this is just the beginning. If you want to continue to dig deeper into learning about yourself and discover even more about how your mindset and your habits can radically change your results, let's chat. Let's connect. I love connecting with women who are ready to step out of their comfort zone and into something even more amazing. So you can find me on Instagram at @AmandaRiffy_coaching, or you can contact me through my website at acrprofessionalcoaching.com. I will have both of those things linked for you below. Thank you again for taking this time for yourself and carving out that time in all the chaos to really invest in you and creating the life that you know you were meant to live. Remember, everything you don't have right now is just on the other side of your comfort zone. So let's go get it.